There's a place, not found on any map. A village buried in time. And one last house that remembers every soul who dared enter. Jason Greene thought he came to uncover the truth. But in Hollow Creek, the truth uncovers you.
Hollow Creek wasn't on any map. A forgotten village hidden deep in the woods of Georgia, where time stood still and secrets rotted beneath the soil. People whispered about it, but no one ever dared to visit, except for Jason. Jason Greene, a freelance crime documentarian, was always chasing forgotten murders and unsolved village legends. He believed Hollow Creek held the perfect story. What he didn't know was, he wasn't going there to uncover the past. He was walking straight into it. It was dusk when Jason crossed the creaking wooden bridge into Hollow Creek. The air changed, heavier, colder. No Wi-Fi, no signal. The houses were old and leaning, like they had given up standing. Only one house at the far end had smoke curling out of a crooked chimney. He approached an elderly woman sweeping the porch. "Excuse me, I'm looking into the 1964 Hollow Creek disappearances." The woman stopped. "You're not welcome here after dark." "Why?" Jason asked. She didn't answer, just pointed toward the last house at the edge of the woods. That's where it began. That's where it ends. That night, Jason stayed at a rundown inn. The owner, a jittery man with yellow teeth, reluctantly shared the legend. 1964, 7 people vanished, all from that same house at the edge. Locals say it's cursed, but I think it's worse. Jason leaned in. "You think someone killed them?" The innkeeper nodded. But no one ever found bodies, just skin peeled off and left folded like shirts. Jason flinched. Police report. Burned, like everything else. Jason walked to the last house the next morning. Camera in hand, it stood half swallowed by ivy, with shattered windows like hollow eyes. The door creaked open before he even touched it. Inside, time had frozen, plates still on the table, a child's toy on the floor, everything coated in dust, except one thing. A tape recorder still warm. He pressed play. We thought it was the house, but the house was just the vessel. It feeds on memory, on guilt. We stayed too long. Now it remembers us better than we remember ourselves. Click. Jason shivered. He filmed for hours, but every time he tried to leave, he'd circle back to the same hallway, over and over. The front door. Gone. The wallpaper began to shift. Shapes beneath it squirmed, as if the walls were alive. Voices whispered from behind the wood. "You remember them, don't you?" Suddenly photos began appearing, scattered across the floor. Photos of Jason, but from his childhood. One showed a little boy hiding behind a tree. In the background, this same house. He dropped the camera. "I've never been here before," he whispered. But the house disagreed. Jason found a trapdoor under the living room rug. Below it, a stone basement soaked in red stains. In the corner, a mirror stood upright, untouched by dust. Something was wrong. His reflection smiled back, even when he didn't. He turned to leave, but froze. A figure was sitting in the darkness, skin pale, eyes wide open. "I was you," it said. Jason gasped. "What?" The figure stood. "I was the first to enter. The house needed a story, so it took mine and rewrote it. You're the next draft." Jason's memories began to twist. His mother's face blurred. His first camera, gone. His brother? Did he have a brother? The house was erasing him, replacing him with the story it needed. He ran back upstairs. The walls were pulsing now. Rooms rearranged. Every door led back to that cursed mirror. Then, a new photo slid out from under the door. It showed him standing in the inn. But in 1964, Jason screamed, "I was never here!" But the house whispered, "You always were. You never left." The next day, a group of hikers passed through Hollow Creek. The village looked abandoned, silent. At the edge of the woods, they found an old camcorder lying in the dirt. The footage showed Jason, wide-eyed, walking into the last house. But when he turned to wave at the camera, his face wasn't his. It was someone else's, rotting, familiar, forgotten. And as the footage ended, the camera glitched and repeated one phrase over and over in Jason's voice. "This is not the beginning, it's the end repeating." Back in the present day, a new man, young, curious, camera around his neck, approaches a dusty local gas station. "Hey, ever heard of a place called Hollow Creek?" The old man behind the counter doesn't even look up. "Yeah, some kid went in there a while back. Jason something." The tourist nods. "That's the story I'm after. Maybe I'll go check it out." The old man smiles, but his eyes darken. They all do.